Our wildlife is in danger of extinction from environmental and human-related factors. Climate change has increased annual temperatures, turning previously habitable land, rich in plant and animal diversity, into land which can no longer sustain itself because it is so damaged. These environmental and human-related factors are seen as disturbances. Disturbances are events that cause a disruption to the current state of the ecosystem. And typically, after a disturbance, a healthy ecosystem has the ability to bounce back and restore itself. But our planet is way past that point and needs additional help. Habitat loss and fragmentation due to climate change and deforestation has limited multiple species' available living space. And sometimes that space is a wildlife corridor, which affects land connecting different wildlife species. Securing the future of the world's wildlife should be relevant to anyone who's from the state or lives here. Montana has over 550 land species, 90 species of fish, 442 species of birds. Additionally, Montana also has 8 national parks. Some are more well-known than others, like Glacier National Park and Yellowstone National Park. The state of Montana doesn't only have a large number of species, but some can only be found in these regions. Secondly, in 2021, Montana brought $7.56 billion to its economy just from non-residential tourism. State park visitation has grown by over 71% since 2010, and last year the Institute of Tourism and Recreation Research found that over 12 million non-residents visited the state. These people are coming to experience the unique wildlife which can only be found here, and without these people, the state would have less funding. Typically, the money from tourism is used for conservation practices, but if there is less because species are going extinct, then less will be put back into the wildlife preservation. Thirdly, as a state which sees a lot of hunting, Montana, more than anyone else, should know its wildlife. The state is responsible for tracking the number of species and preserving the ones who are endangered or close to extinction. One of the articles talks about trophy hunting and how trophy hunting imports are banned in the US, Europe, and Australia. These countries found that bans have negative impact on conservation practices because they decrease the amount of funding the recreational areas are receiving. So it is obvious that bans are not efficient. There are a few things which can be done. Firstly, you have to stay updated with what is happening around the world. To help you narrow it down, you can start with researching where your food comes from and how it is caught. It is common for fish to be sourced unethically, unsustainably, and illegally. Sometimes tuna is caught with nets that are not dolphin friendly, or sometimes fish is caught from protected marine habitats. For example, in the Galapagos Islands, the islands have been a national park since 1959. Yet since 1998, sharks have been found netted by Chinese fishing fleets not far from the Galapagos Reserve. You can get educated on what organizations help raise awareness and raise funds for cases as this. It is also important to know where things are in relation to one another. For example, the Ecuadorian government expanded its existing marine reserve in January and added a 23,000 square mile marine resort to protect the marine life. If you read that your fish comes from there, then you would know that it is illegal and you would consider making a swap with a product that is sourced ethically. Thank you.